With reference to the challenges of nation building within the Nigerian state, a number of conversations and arguments have been had as to the appropriate system of government for the Nigerian state. Some have argued in support of federalism, some in support of confederalism, and some in support of restructuring, which includes but not restricted to the division of the Nigerian state into regions. However, the current system of government being practiced is federalism, which primarily is a system of government that ensures that power is allocated between the central and other regional authorities with limited self-governing authority. So the idea practically is this, right? The central and the constituent units work hand in hand for the greater good. There is no superior, there is no subordinate. There is no master, there is no servant in this situation. And this has been identified by various scholars as the best system of government for integrating diverse groups and combatant parties, of which the Nigerian state fits perfectly. The question, however, is this: is true federalism being practiced in Nigeria? So let's get right into it. So on the 1st of October 1960, Nigeria gained their independence, and the Nigerian state stood on three culturally, linguistically, and ethnically regional tripods. We had the north, the west, and the east. And ever since then, Nigeria has failed to evolve into a nation state for over 6 decades. This has been attributed to the monster of ethnicity, sectionalism, and religious conflict. Now, this has been alluded by various scholars to the British colonial administration in Nigeria. It is argued that by the time the northern and southern protectorates were amalgamated in 1914 by Lord Lugard, it wasn't duly considered the diverse ethnic groups and whether or not they could coexist. Also, it's said that in Nigeria, under colonial rule, had two separate systems of government, one in the north and one in the south. And in a way, this kind of gave rise to a high sense of regionalism rather than a national ideology, identity, and consciousness. This has caused a number of ethnic and religious conflicts within the Nigerian state. Ethnic conflicts includes intra and inter-ethnic conflicts. Intra-ethnic conflicts include the clash between the Aguleres and Umuleres of Anambra states, while inter-ethnic conflicts include the clashes between the Shekiris and Urhobos of Delta states, the Jokuns and Kutebs of Taraba states, and the Fulani herdsmen crisis in various parts of the country, and more recently in Oyo state, which led to a lot of riots and violence in the state. There have also been religious conflicts, especially with reference to the Boko Haram terrorist group, which have led to a lot of loss of lives and properties. Now, considering the nature or the fundamental nature of federalism, which aims to ensure the integration of diverse ethnic groups and combatant parties, it is indicative that the Nigerian state is a failed federal experiment. This multi-ethnicity has led to the problem of the minority ethnic groups in Nigeria, which is considered as one of the major factors in the growth and development of the nation state. This is hinged on the question of the place of the minorities within the state and has led to a number of agitations, of which the Niger Delta militant group is prominent. The basis for the agitation is this: Nigeria relies solely on oil revenues, right? Oil is gotten from minority regions, especially the Niger Delta regions. However, allocation of the proceeds from oil are not evenly distributed within the region compared to other parts of the country, with particular reference to the northern region. This reveals the gross inequality amongst federating units and states, which literally negates the principles of federalism. True federalism should have some degree of equality, especially with reference to income distribution and revenue sharing. All of these agitations have then led to the call for division and separation. The argument here is this: we've been in this country since 1960. We have the natural resources in our region. We have the raw materials for industry and all of that. But then it seems as if our region is kind of underdeveloping because there is no income is not evenly distributed to our region. So how do we then solve this? Don't you think the best solution is to separate? And then amongst this group, prominent is the IPOB, the independent people of Biafra, agitating for the Republic of Biafra. And this in itself negates the fundamental principles of federalism and the essence of federalism. That said, although the Nigerian state has the characteristics of a federal state, true federalism is not fully being practiced within the state. There is a need for restructuring the current system of government by fostering true federalism in areas of revenue sharing, resource control, strengthening the federal character principles, and setting up viable institutions that will ensure development in various parts of the region or the country in tandem with good, viable, and strong leadership that has the best interest of the country at heart. Now, this has come to the end of this episode. I would say you should like, share, and subscribe, but I don't know, whatever. We'll do that. Like, share, and subscribe. Right? Thank you.